vaccine in about a year.
Oh, okay.
Are you all from Louisiana originally?
Yes.
New Orleans?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you think that there's something different about Louisiana politics?
I'm gonna let you answer that.
Well, there a whole lot of talk said about it being different, but every other states have all their different brands of eccentrics.
You think we have a lot of eccentrics here?
No more than any other place.
What about this particular election? Was this an exciting one for you all to watch and participate in?
Not particularly.
I mean, it's like a five-way race. It's a little more than it was a couple of years ago, I guess, 4 years ago.
Well, it's basically a two-man race if you're talking about the governor's election. Yeah.
Who do you see in the race between?
Edwards and four others.
Edwards and Romer.
Edwards and Romer.
How do y'all feel about Edwards as a governor?
I think it's time for someone else to be governor.
Who do you think has supported him in the past and is supporting him now?
I think if the blue-collar workers, blacks.
Why do you think that he's strong in those particular groups? Any idea?
No, I don't know.
Well, Louisiana has never, for the last 50 years, has basically had a populist governor, with one or two exceptions along the way, and Edwards is a populist politician, and he's going to be hard to beat, no matter how you slice it.
Do you think Louisiana's changing at all? That's one more question. Go ahead. Do you think that kind of populism is getting out of date in Louisiana, that the state's changing?
Not for the next 20 years.
Could you say that, include my question in your answer?
No, I don't think Louisiana is going to be anything but a populist political state for the next 20 years.
And there seems to be a tradition of electing a populist and then electing a reformer or a good government person who then gets kicked out after 4 years.
Well, you have the usual type of governor for 12, 14 years, and you elect a reformer for one term, and then you throw him out and start all over again. See, whether you like it or not, or whether the people of Louisiana like it or not, whatever Louisiana is today or is not, it was because of Huey Long, and he changed it forever. So, it's going to be a Huey Long type governor that this state has for foreseeable future.
So does that mean Edwards is the one to beat you? Is he going to be tough to get him out?
He's going to be tough to get out. He'll be in the runoff, and then it's going to be a real dogfight after that. See?
Make any predictions about general election?
No.
Can we say who we want to win?
Of course, sure.
Livingston.
Why do you like Bob Livingston?
Well, I'm just a Republican, and I think he would be good for the state. But this family is divided, so.
Romer. Yeah.
I think the young people identify with Romer.
But do you think Edwards has been bad for the state? You think it's time?
He hadn't been good.
I think he's just been there too long.
What about, did you ever support him in the past?
No.
You never?
No.
When you read about him going to Las Vegas and Okay, we were talking about Edwin Edwards, and when you read about his high living and his just sort of colorful style, how does that make you feel? Is he as your governor?
You answer that.
That doesn't offend me at all. The one thing about Edwards, he's never lied about it. If he goes to Las Vegas, he goes. And so, there's nothing wrong with a little color.
You think people in Louisiana like that color?
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah.
If there's ever one place in the world where you want to come and where people look forward to the weekends and, for a party, this is where it is. So he fits right in.
All right, thank you.
Get over.
Thank
How y'all doing today? We're from Channel 12. How's business?
Getting brisk.
Starting to pick up?
Yep.
Yeah, that was raining.
Shall we play on my table and make it look pretty? Are you going to adjust it?
Now, what do you all do? What is your position? What does that mean?
We sign people in. We sign people in as they come, verify that they are on our list to vote. And then after that, we direct them to the machine. That's it.
So
No, we work the state. It's the state register of voters. We're Secretary of State is in charge of this.
They ain't taking our pictures and our gun distributed.
My name is Louis. You're originally from New Orleans,
No, originally from Minnesota.
Minnesota. How long have you been in Louisiana?
41 years.
Do you think politics are different here than they were in Minnesota?
Very.
Can you tell us that? How are they different? I think they're more colorful here. There's more.
I wouldn't say colorful. I said more crooked. And they play politics too much.
I think so. So how do you feel about this governor's race? Is it you've been following pretty regularly?
Very closely.
What do you think's going to happen? Prediction?
I hope the right person wins.
Who is the right person?
I'm a Republican.
So you're voting Livingston? Okay. What do you think about our governor? Has he done anything worthwhile for the state of Louisiana?
I don't think so.
Why does he keep on getting reelected?
I wonder the same thing. You know, how many terms can you run?
But he does have, it seems to me he has some certain blocks of support. Who do you think supports?
I think people who... Is this going to be on television?
It's not going to be on for a long time. The election will be far over, but we're just trying to get general background and people's opinions.
I guess the people who vote for him like him. But I don't feel he's done anything for the state. I think we're a laughing stock throughout the country.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. From this neighborhood. Huh?
Yes.
Can we ask you who you supported for governor?
Edwards.
Why'd you vote for Edward?
Well, I believe I'm satisfied with what he has done in the past, and I think if he was given an opportunity, meaning the support from the legislature, that he should have gotten or should get, I think that he would do as well or better, really.
When did you first start voting?
1961 or 62.
And who did you support for governor then? Do you remember?
I can't recall, really. I don't remember who was running at that time.
But have you generally supported Edwards when
Yes,
he ran?
yes. Every time he has run, I've voted for him.
What is it about him that makes you support
Well, I
him?
believe that I think that he is a person that is generally for, or a politician that is generally for all of the people. I think regardless of his of his political image, he will do something that's right, whether it gains him the support of a wide majority of people or not. So I just think across the board, he is for the right thing, in the best interest of all of the citizens of the state, regardless of how his political image may stand.
Do you think that he's the best candidate for the blacks in Louisiana?
Definitely. I definitely think so.
What about the other guys?
Well, I don't think that they have a track record as such in terms of making commitments and carrying them out for a wide number of people in such a capacity as governor or whatever it is. But I think I don't think during this term that he is in that he was given a greater opportunity because of the problems he had with the court situation. But I think had he not had those problems, he would have done better. And I just like his track record.
What about his personal behavior?
Well, he has a unique personality, but I don't think that really interferes with his job as governor that much.
Do you think it might help his job as governor to have that kind of personality?
It doesn't deny him publicity, that's for sure. Yeah, it helps in that capacity, but I don't think the two conflict, particularly in terms of his interest and his desire to do what's right, and his sticking to a decision once he makes it, and the integrity that he has in terms of the decisions he makes, etc.
What do you think that Edwin Edwards has done for blacks in Louisiana?
Well, as far as grassroots things are concerned, first of all, in terms of education, because that's my area, I think that he has been very outstanding in that area.
Edwin Edwards has been?
What?
You said he, just Edwin Edwards.
Edwin Edwards, yeah. He has been committed to getting more opportunities and advancements in education in just the grassroots areas that you have to have if you're a minority. You can't really talk about advanced kinds of situations if you haven't got the grassroots things first. And I think that's what's important. I don't think he has reneged or has, really half-stepped in that area at all. And I just think but one man can't do it alone. He's only the governor. It's the legislature and others in the other capacities that have to come through too. But I think that his commitment and his statements and the like have spoken for him.
Let me ask you something else. We see a lot of people handing out sample ballots and tickets.
Yeah.
Do you ever vote that way? Does that influence you at all?
Yeah, I do. Well, my mind is usually already made up, and if I get a ticket that sort of is in line more than less with what I have, I follow that ticket. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Great. Well, thanks very much.
Okay, thank you.
It's going to be on TV next year. Okay, come on.
Come on, guys, the other way now. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, now it might be some questions that I don't.
If you don't want to answer, you just tell us
don't
not,
answer.
because this is not for the news. This is Channel 12. It's going to be all right.
Okay.
You're from this neighborhood?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been a voter? Do you remember?
Oh, about 35 years.
Okay. Can we ask you who you supported for governor?
Oh, no, you can't do that.
Okay.
Of course not.
All right. Then let me ask you another question. We see a lot of people. Ever pay any attention to those kind of tickets?
Oh, yes.
How do you decide which one? We see a lot of people, and they don't agree with each other all the time. How do you decide who to support?
Well, I try to. I listen to their speeches, and then I decide from then. Mm-hmm.
You think? Have you ever lived outside of Louisiana?
No.
Do you think people really enjoy getting involved in politics here?
Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure.
Okay. All right. Thanks for.
working for the Dawn ticket. Naomi White Warren, Edwin Edwards, Plotkin, Landrew, who else is on that ticket?
So what is your job? What are you exactly doing?
Passing out flyers, encouraging the people to, practice their right to vote. Go out and practice their right to vote.
Okay. All right. Why don't you show us what does the flyer say?
Okay, this side. Don Development Association of Wards and Neighborhoods. And they have the different District 101, Reverend Lawrence Game President, Ms. South S. Jefferson Secretary, and the different candidates to be elected.
So what are people supposed to do with that?
Well, it's just a paper to show them, if they want to vote for any of these, what numbers to pull, what levers to pull, and all.
So they take that in the poll?
Well, they can, if they want to. It's not really something to make them vote for these people. It's just a little flyer to let them know what numbers the people are if they were to vote for these people.
Did you get a chance to vote today?
No, I have to go back to vote. I'm in the East District to vote. I have to go and register.
Who are you voting for governor, if I can ask?
I can't tell you that. No, I can't tell you that.
Are you involved in Dawn? Do you help? Who makes those endorsements? Who decides that they're going to support Governor Edwards or anybody?
Well, we're a community choir. See, we're a Desire Community Choir, and it's the choir as a whole that's endorsing the different people, like Doug Green, Edwin Edwards, Naomi Warren.
So you might not necessarily vote for those people who are on that ticket.
I may not, and I might. I'm not going to tell you who I'm going to vote for, but I am going to exercise my right to vote.
Okay, great.
All right.
Okay.
Don't worry, I will. I will.
Chance to vote today already.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we did.
Okay. How long have you all been voting in Louisiana?
Since about 1947, something like that.
47 years.
Do you remember the governors that you supported through the years that you voted for?
Not specifically, no.
Do you remember Earl Long?
Yeah, I was young when he.
Yeah, I wasn't voting at that time.
Yeah, I wasn't into paying too much attention, when you're young. Maybe.
Yeah. Do you all participate a lot in politics in New Orleans?
To some degree, I'm a minister, and so what I do in politics is sort of limited in a sense,
As a minister, are you the candidates seek your endorsement of you and your congregation?
Yes, but we're not into that. We're not into that, and we thought it best not to be into that right now.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Eddie, E-D-D-I-E. Last name Green, G-R-E-E-N. Come sign it right here. Come right here. Mm-hmm. Little boy.
Yeah.
Used to be sitting right over here.
Yeah. don't look like we get through. But then you can see.
Oh, you want to get on the camera?
Let me move. What's your last name?
Ray, R-A-Y.
Spears. Hi, how you doing? Where you going? Oh, okay. Michelle or Donna? Donna. Donna, D-O-N-N-A. Middle initial M. Last name Ray, R-A-Y.
What else can I ask you? You're not going out any place, are you? Okay. We have company also.
Well, I know. I'm used to it.
You came over here before you got down.
Oh, go in this.
Go in that one down.
You brought me
Bye.
Bye.
Demonstrate that, huh? I don't want anything, no. It's my time up. I'm gonna lay out.
A lot of sample ballots, a lot of signs, no people, no good interviews, and no good sequences. Other than that,
Going today, people have been handing us these little flyers. Do you ever use those when you go vote?
Yes.
Does that help you? How do you know
Sometimes.
which one? There's like 5 different ones that they gave me just at this polling place. How do you know which one to follow?
Well, really, I just look at it, well, for my own judgment, I already wanted who I wanted on the ticket, so I just looked at the ticket, but I really had in my mind who I wanted to vote for, you know. They handed it to me, so I just took it, but I really had it, you know, who I wanted, I had already.
Do you vote in every election?
Yes,
Yeah.
every one of them.
How many? Who was the first time you voted for governor? Who did you vote for? Do you remember?
Yes, but I'm not telling.
Well, not this time. Years ago. No.
No.
How about you?
Governor, let's see, who was running at that time? I think it was, at the time when I started voting, was John McKitten. When he said, "Won't you help me? I'm John McKitten," which was a nice little slogan.
What do you think? What do you look for when y'all are looking for a public official? What kind of things do you want to hear from them?
You want to hear honesty. You want to hear an individual what he's going to do for the public eyesight, and not a whole lot of what they intend to do, but what they're actually going to do. And the thing is, you find that out in years to come in the follow-up as to what they have done as opposed to what they say they're going to do. And many of times you find out that they don't do as much. But they're human beings and they're capable of making their own judgments and their mistakes. So you look forward, to seeing that, hey, maybe next time around they will do exactly what they say they're going to do.
Do you follow politics a lot? I mean, do you read the papers and listen to radio and TV and see follow what's happening after the elections?
I'm not one to primarily stick to exactly what they do, but I'm up to date with what's happening in the news media and what politicians are saying, and the dirty slanders sometimes that they use against one another. And I look at that as saying it's strictly politics, but judging a person's character, looking back when you get an opportunity to look back at their past record, what they have done, what achievements they have done, what they have accomplished, is the thing that sets off the whole thing. And if people look back to see what they have done good and to weigh what they have done bad or not have not achieved, makes the difference.
Did you just vote just now?
Yes, I did.
This is fairly late in the day at 6 o'clock. Did you get any calls at your house today? People urging you to go out and vote?
No, I didn't get any calls. But
what do you think of the current governor? Do you think he's a good man?
Governor Etnas? Yes, I think he's a good man. He has his philosophy about what he wants to do and how he wants to do it. And I think pretty much highly of him, okay, as to what he's doing and how he does it. He has, I think, a devised system to what he wants to do, as opposed to what others and people may want him to do. You see, but I think it helps out in the long run when they see the advantage, the advantage, of what he has done,
Okay, it's gonna be on next year sometime. You know what? Not even a couple questions.
Just a
No?
couple questions.
couple
We
of quick
need some women. We haven't had any women.
All right.
Talk about politics. I
Okay.
can't explain none of that good stuff to you.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
All right.